So this is how it starts, is it? Morning of the day before?
Yep, that's right. Just waiting for our food to come, that's where the real work starts. Here's all the supplies, all the gear.
Nutella, we've got killer pythons.
Don't realise you need so much stuff just for one person to go around the track. What was that?
The most important thing?
That is performance fuel right there. And we can't forget the bike. I mean, that's also going to kind of be important. Alright, the bike is loaded up and ready to go. So off we go.
Where are we?
Just arrived in Bustleton at the accommodation.
Did your bike make it here safely?
Made it here with one piece, so it must be doing something right. And then now we're going to head down to Nannup and register.
Are you excited?
I'm quite nervous.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I rolled my ankle the other day while running, and
I'm sure those socks will help it.
it still hasn't 100% healed, so I'm a bit nervous that it's going to hamper me tomorrow. But besides that, feeling good, feeling strong.
I don't think there's a room for a bike. Who needs a TV when you can just watch a bike?
Just filmed that so I could pretend that I actually went through the finish line if I didn't actually make it through the finish line.
Nice picture on the plan.
So we've got the race number here. It's got some safety pins here to my clothes, and it's got a cable tie to the bike. Survival guide.
Something you definitely need for tomorrow?
Alright, so we just registered in Nannup for tomorrow. The lady there was quite helpful. She cleared up some questions that we had around the food drops situation. So it was a bit unclear on exactly how it worked, but you can drop off your food in a bag labelled with your number, and then they take it out to the halfway stop, and then when you get to the halfway stop you can find your food with the number. They'll lay it out for you there. But Jess is going to be my soigneur. So that takes out a lot of the complication with that system, because she can just hand me the food there. Heading back to Bustleton now because we are staying there, which is about 45 minutes from Nannup. I would suggest if you can get in earlier to register and get a place that's closer, it's probably better, because it is quite a drive even to Bustleton. It doesn't look like much on the map, but when it comes to coming all the way out here to register, it would be good to just be able to stay in the town. But you have to get in early because the accommodation does book out pretty quickly.
Great.
See you in 5 hours.
Alright. Enjoy.
Alright, so off I went to the waiting bay where 300 other participants in my category were waiting. The race started at 7 AM and we went 2 minutes after the last 7 rider went. And there I go. Bit of a cruisy start. It's on a patch of road for a few Ks. Everyone's pacing themselves. And then we hit the gravel. There was a little climb at the start, nothing too crazy. And then that's when we got to see the start of the epic scenery. This part of the world at this time of day, it just looked magical. I was making some good passes here, but then I got cut off and thrown into the corrugated bumps. I did my best to get out of there as quickly as I could and recovered. Just check out the amazing views on this descent. Absolutely crazy. And really fun to ride as well. You can get some serious speed. The gravel was really smooth in this section. It was really nice to ride on. Not too many ruts or bumps. Plenty of green grass and cows. Just check out that scenery. Camera doesn't really do it justice. It was pretty amazing. This is the Brockman climb, the first really hard one, and it was really hard. The scenery is so nice, it kind of took the edge off it a bit. It didn't seem as brutal as it should be. But at times I was really struggling. Who put this bloody hill in the course? A few people had to push their bikes, some fell off, trying to climb, losing traction. There were some tricky bits, as they were called. They were marked out on the course. I took that as an opportunity to make some passes. Maybe I was a bit naive, but every time I saw a tricky bit, I thought that was the time to actually send it.
On your left.
This is the only section of flat ground I remember on the course. It's about 50 meters. And the rest of it was just either uphill or downhill.
Just on your right.
Again, look at those views on the left. This part here was so fun to ride. Winding descents down the hill, picking up a lot of speed.
Damn, son. Fuck.
How amazing is the course? Look at those trees. I caught up to the guys in front of me, but I was a bit too timid to pass this guy in front. Watching the video now, I should have passed. And there's a pretty tough climb here, but you get some pretty good views too. This is one of those epic descents. You pick up a lot of speed and you're just barreling down this valley. I don't know if you can really see up ahead, but it's like foggy down in the valley. And it's just like, it feels like a video game or something. It's a very surreal feeling. I think this is where I maxed out my speed around 61 k's an hour. I didn't quite realise I was going that fast because the adrenaline kind of took over, but you look down at the speedo and it's like, wow, we're really moving. Sorry about the water tube in the way there. You can see the fog on the side there. People stopped to take photos. And there were some pretty sketchy parts of this descent. It wasn't all smooth. Now we're coming up to the halfway point.
How far until the cottages? Do you know?
3k.
3Ks? Okay, thanks.
My GoPro wasn't filming when I stopped halfway. Jess got some footage of the halfway point, and this is where it started to get really quite suffering in terms of leg and back pain. Check out this fat bike. Alright, I'm 50 k's in, and yeah, now everything really hurts. My back, my legs, still ligaments here and there feel very sore. Yeah, 50 k's, pain time. $25 k's to go at this point. This was definitely the toughest part of it. I was getting a bit emotional at times actually. It was like pushing me to the edge. Just putting up with the pain in my leg and my back and just grinding my way through it. There was no sign of a second wind until I got passed by Tiffany Cromwell, and she was flying, so I knew that she'd be in the top placing, so I thought it would be funny if I could come through the finish line behind her. But that was a pretty futile attempt because she was way too fast. This did give me a second win though, and I was able to finish strong.
Thanks.
Flying through the single track section felt really fast at this point. I think the adrenaline just covered up all my leg pains. I caught up to the rider in front of me. I didn't really stop and appreciate this part of the track. I was just gunning it at this point. The rider let me pass.
Thank you.
Sorry for the shakiness, but I was really sprinting hard at this point. Adrenaline was high, emotions were high. I thought I would just sprint through the finish line at this point, so I'm giving it all the power I can. only to realize that I actually have to do a lap around the caravan park. So that by the time I even get to the finish line, I'm like already pretty gassed. Finally, the finish line came. And I completed my first gravel event. And I was pretty knackered at this point.
Are you filming a video?
Yeah.
We're taking a photo.
How'd you go?
Huh?
How'd you go?
Yeah, good. It was very hard. It was very, very hard. Then my leg started hurting here at about 30 k's. So for like 50 k's, I was just fucking every pedal stroke was painful as fuck. But yeah, after a while, I got my second wind about 1k before the end.
You are, where are you? You're number 105 with a time of 4:38:55. Good job.
Thank you.
What you got here?
A fisherman's basket for two. Let's go to the ugly part.
Oh, already.
Yeah. Oh, I just had a bit of a niggling pain emerge in my left knee. So I rolled my ankle the other day while running, and that was really worrying me. I thought that was going to be a big problem because my left ankle and foot is quite sore to walk on and stuff, but that was literally not even a factor. And then my left knee was playing up, my right knee was playing up throughout the week, and then that miraculously healed itself this morning and we had no problems with that. But my left knee, the ligament or something, tendon or whatever, was so painful and just made everything a lot more difficult. Except descending. Descending was pretty good. Just my back, my right back also hurt. So I was just pushing through the pain of those two things was the big challenge for pretty much the whole thing. Kind of slowed me down really. I was taking the climbs pretty easily and whatnot. But overall, recap, it was quite difficult. Kind of felt like I went to hell and back. Was getting kind of emotional towards the end. Was trying not to cry at times. I don't know how people do the long one. The 126 kilometers. So my timing that I ended up at was what? 4 hours and
38 minutes.
4 hours and 38 minutes. The event overall, yeah, it was like really hard and actually quite painful at times, but it was like a mix of good and bad. It's like type 2 fun is the best way to describe it. So this brings my story to a close.
Are you going to do it again next year?
I'll think about it. Maybe if I get a leg transplant and a back transplant, I can do it.